Dimension. For today's reading, I am going to be pulling messages about self-worth. So choose whichever pile you feel most guided to, as you might find some messages there for you in regards to that. Pile number 1 is going to be the clear quartz. Pile 2 is green aventurine. Pile 3 is tiger's eye. And pile 4 is obsidian. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. If not, I will see you at your reading, loves. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this clear quartz, then you're at the right place. Let's go ahead and take a look at your cards that came out from the deck. So this is about messages of self-worth, okay? So card number 26, letting go, and card 20, family and tribe. So right away, what I'm getting is that in order to try, I feel like you've been trying to build a sense of family and tribe, right? And togetherness, just a feeling of like a safety net of people who absolutely have your back, right? That's what a family is. That's what a tribe is. At least that's what we assume it to be. That's what it's intended to be, right? That's not always the case in real life, but I feel like that is important to you, pile number 1, and I really feel that in your life experiences that you've had a lot of bad experiences in trying to create this for you. Maybe it stems all the way back to your whole experience like in childhood with your family life that maybe wasn't what you've always wanted, okay? So it wasn't ideal. It's not, you wish it were more cohesive. You wish that it was safe. You wish that it was, you know, that place where you know that you are gonna be defended and supported, okay? But for others of you, if that's not the case, this is just like in your adult experiences in building your own family after leaving the nest, if you will, and having a lot of difficulty finding yourself in a lot of dark situations that were very unfulfilling, sad. They could very easily be toxic situations. LOL, the music. Very foggy. I feel like you may have been in some situations that you had difficulty getting yourself out of. For the fear of just being alone, for the fear of not like settling for having something versus nothing, and so staying in situations much longer than you needed to be there, and hard time letting go. I apologize for my nasty little nails. I pulled off the ones that I had right before starting because they were full of chunky paint and I could not scrub it out, so I'm a mess. But anyways, if this resonates with you, pile number 1, then you're at the right place, okay? Let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna say right away that when I was shuffling your cards, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oracle decks that I pulled out to shuffle, and we got plenty of doubles. And so by the time we got to like the 3rd set of double, I was just like, ooh, you caught my attention, okay, with the double cards coming out when I shuffled. And so I was just like, do it again. And I know that this is about, LOL, me playing games with the tarot cards. And then again, I said, do it again if this is in regards to like a partnership. And I feel like this is what this is about. Like really having somebody who has your back, a partner. Because of the 2 kept on standing out to me, that's significant to me specifically, because when I do have that happen in tarot readings, it's also always significant. I remember there was this one time where I was doing a reading at a festival, and this woman, she kept on getting doubles every single time, and I was just like, what? And I was just like, okay, this is like way too non-coincidental. And I started telling her about like 2s. She may be seeing those in synchronistic. And I just had the feeling that maybe she was with either getting in partnership or about to have a baby. And sure enough, like I saw her like a month later. Oh, by the way, she had 222 tattooed on her thing. Also, it's something that she resonated with a lot, and then she ended up coming back and saying she was pregnant. It was very cute. Long story short, it was so cute. Let's see your cards. We have healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Card 32, quieting the mind. Card 33, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. I feel like all of these are sort of giving me the same message. Like you feel almost hopeless in being able to, and that's where the part of the self-worth comes in, right? Your worthiness of having this, I feel, is at play. Look, we have a 32 and a 33. So that is progression. Stop. And then we have card 34, receive with love and appreciation. I love that so much for you. There's going to be a steady progression, and you're going to see it in regards to this. And I feel like you have been making a lot of efforts to heal whatever experiences, specifically with the card of healer coming out. I feel like you're in a good place. I feel like you're in a renewed sense of hope. It feels like the both white unicorns in contrast with the background. It's giving me like real like communion vibes. You know what I mean? Like in Catholicism, when you like wear the white dress and it's about purity and it's about like, I think it's about renewing your faith. I did the thing, but I didn't pay attention to the thing. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Receive with love and appreciation, and then bring love into the situation. So a card about gratitude, but it also is about self-love, right? Bring love into the situation, or seeing the situation from a I'm not optimistic, but from a, yeah, I guess optimistic. In other words, if not having evidence of this coming for you, coming together for you, a family, a tribe, if you don't have evidence of it, not coming from a place of anger or disappointment or doubt or disbelief. Like being nurturing to the situation despite the fact that you don't see this family and this tribe in the physical, but putting your focus on a place of hope, you know what I mean, instead of like getting angry or beginning to lose faith. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, I feel like it's heavy on your mind right now, and in your heart too. Soul family, call in your tribe. Here we go with the tribe again. You don't have to do a little, I don't know what I said there, but you don't have to do it alone. And with this mirrored image, this is what's giving me like union. Like you definitely are calling in to not be alone anymore, to feel like you have a companion to ride with this journey with. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah, that's that vibe of trying to get you into a lighthearted way, because I feel maybe you've been putting doubt or like being angry with yourself. And then we have card 33 again, a double 33, that synchronistic door to romance. And caring connections, card 14, I love that for you. So a lot of indication about tribe, that you're calling it in. It's very clear that you're calling it in. Now this reading is specifically intended to be about messages of self-worth. So I feel very heavily that you are actively working, but I feel at the same time, because you're not seeing it come together, and I feel like this has been a long time coming. Like this is not something that's just that you just decided you wanted yesterday. Like this feels like a lifelong thing that you've been trying to manifest for yourself. there's, yeah, that's what I'm going to say, is I feel it very heavily because it's like, obviously I'm here to offer you some sort of guidance. So I'm looking at the cards and trying to figure out what could I offer to pile number one. What I can offer is this in regards to the aspect of healing that you're doing. It's very important that you put emphasis on not being so hard on yourself, because I feel like there's a part of you, pile number one, that puts blame. It feels like you're taking the blame for situations, and maybe you, like, in regards to like relationships, maybe there were things that you did to contribute to whatever you experienced, obviously, right? We all contribute to our experiences. We're not just, you know, void of responsibility for those things, but at the same time, I feel like that's the point. Like, when you start to feel yourself getting really hard on yourself about things that you've done, actions that you've taken, or situations, the way they played out, and how you shoulda, woulda, coulda, there's a strong emphasis on you needing to be easy with yourself. You're just a spirit trying to be a human, trying to figure life out, trying to find love, trying to call in your tribe. So every single one of us, you know, has our experiences too. I just saw 11:11. Yeah, there's a strong connection that you are manifesting, and it's very clear. And I feel strongly that you have like a hint, and it feels like an iceberg, like a hint of an iceberg in grasp, but you don't have full grasp, and that's what's like scaring you and like making yourself like really back and forth, like being upset with yourself and being very serious, like, no, I have to do this, but then you're just like, no, I need to be easy with myself. It feels like a lot of push and pull, but it feels again like when you listen to your intuition, you can feel that it's there. But when you allow the mind to take over, that brings up all of these past experiences, I feel like you overwhelm yourself with doubt in your ability to make the right decisions for yourself in order to manifest this. But I feel it heavily in your energy. So once again, I will just repeat that as the guidance in regards to, don't be so hard on yourself. The point of being on this journey is to be presented with polarity in order to experience, right? And then figure things out from there. So yeah, you're just a human trying to figure it out. Don't be so hard on yourself for what you do, what you continue to do, who you are, how you are. I feel like you beat up on yourself a lot, and you need to give yourself credit where credit is due, because the way that you're able to hold your energy, there's a lot of emphasis here on strong focus. Like with that healer card coming here, I really do feel like you have a very strong ability to put focus in where your energy is directed, and I feel like you're doing it, but obviously with a little bit of like a bumpy road, you know. It's not smooth flowing, and that's what's creating that doubt in you, and it makes you kind of upset with yourself. But I feel you strongly calling it in. 32, 33, 34, progression. You're moving forward even though you don't see it. Disseminating moon, take time to breathe out, okay? Yeah, take it easy. This is going to be okay. You're moving into this energy, and good things are coming for you. You just have to not be so hard on yourself, okay? Embrace the journey, and that this is all meant to help you. You're going to transmute that into some good ass wisdom, okay? All right, that's what I got for you, pal number one. I hope I was able to give you something. I feel like I always say that. I feel like I'm all over the place. I am all over the place. That's what I do. But anyways, Subscribe if you haven't already. I very appreciate it if you do me that favor. Me as a human would very much appreciate that. Like, of course, if it did resonate, and comment if you feel comfortable doing so, loves. I am also open for personal readings in case you're interested. Email me and we'll work it out. And so we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this green Aventurine, then you're in the right place. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. You got 2, by the way. So you have the card 28, Love, and the card 29, Discover Your Life Purpose. Have we not already gotten these in the same order at some point in some reading somewhere? I feel like I've seen this combination. And then we have 28, 29. This feels like very high importance on romantic love and what it means to you in your life. I feel almost like it's something that, like, it fuels you. The idea of romantic love and how, like, it can sweep you away. And I feel, pile number 2, that there actually is something to it in regards to why your soul craves it so deeply. But also the fact that this is a reading about, what was it about? Messages about self-worth. Okay, yeah, that connects very, very strongly in regards to love. I feel, again, like that, putting it on a pedestal, but it's just like you've been dreaming it up, you've been building it up, you've been going through lesson after lesson after lesson, but each time getting one step closer to this life-fulfilling type of love that takes you on a novel adventure, right? That makes your life this type of novel adventure, like this love, Adventures of Love. That would be the name of your little series. Yeah, I feel that very heavily in your energy. Now, the fact that it's about messages of self-worth, clearly there are issues first with self-love, and therefore issues as a ripple with finding yourself in this type of environment to connect with this type of love, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards really quick. If you haven't clicked subscribe, I always forget and say it now, but please do that now if this is your first time viewing. I appreciate you sending me a ripple of, we'll say it's neon pink hearts. Choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. This is card 21, so emphasis on love. I feel like you'll always choose love. You'll always, yeah, like no matter what challenge, no matter what journey you have to endure, mind you that, yeah, it takes you some time. You have a timeout. I feel like a recharging cycle before you can, especially if it's after like heartbreak. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, so that's eclipse energy, which feels like something kind of significant in regards to shifting something. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards first. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah, like something is about to shift for you. Card number 4, happy family. I love that. Card 16, the royal you. And polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. I feel like that's important because of the amount of polarity that you more than likely have experienced. You know that I was just thinking that the other day, actually, because I was just like, why do I crave like love so much? I was over here analyzing myself, like, why can't I just not? Why can't I just stop it? And then I was like rethinking, like, all I want is like I could go out and I go like with my little ball of light that's my love in my heart, and I'm just like trying to offer it to anybody who will see the value in it, and everybody's just like, that's what I feel like my whole life has been. Like everybody's just like, what the hell is this? Tosses into trash, you know? And I'm just like, wait, that's special to me. And it's just like, why has there been so much like challenge? Why? I don't understand it. But at the same time, I resonate with this reading very heavily, pile number 2, with choosing love regardless. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. Like, definitely there's a lot of darkness, and it's not an easy thing to do. I feel like there's a heavy amount of fear with all this polarity here about being open to it, but I feel like you really want to be open to it, and I feel like you do what's necessary in order for that to happen. Now, with the polarity being a strong energy in your reading, I will say that there is probably some sort of imbalance in regards to the light and dark. Well, clearly, right? Because these are messages about self-worth. So this heavy darkness that is appearing in your reading, look, it's even over here. The heavy darkness that's appearing within your reading is all of the experiences that you've carried with you that have told you through experience that you are not worthy of this type of love that you so much crave, okay? You're absolutely worthy of it, and you're absolutely in the right place by keeping your heart pure and keeping your heart in the direction of love and making decisions based on love versus deciding to just take all of your experiences and go and shut the world out and never be open to the potential of experiencing love again. Okay, I feel like that's something that you're more scared of not having tried and maybe experienced, even if it's, you know, like a temporary cycle, a temporary experience of love versus not experiencing it at all. And I feel like it's very challenging for you to do each time because it does bring up all, I feel like it's, yeah, like you're carrying it with you. And so that's where I say that the imbalance is understanding or needing to really ground that in. Because I feel like when you go into the darkness, like, whoa, like that, it just takes you in. It sinks you in. It just pulls you in. Like quicksand. And it takes you a while to be able to pull yourself out and start feeling worthy again. Because I feel like it is a lot of unsteadiness. Like it's like bobbing. Yeah. I don't know what specifically to offer you as far as making decisions with love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. There's something that you're experiencing specifically right now that is kind of creating this what is it, like Two of Swords, like the urgency to make a decision, because there's that like right in the midst of an entrance, and then right here the conclusions are within reach. Like I feel like there's something that you're anticipating having to make a decision on, okay? So an ending of some sort, meaning walking out of this darkness to appear in the beginning of a new adventure, if you will, or a new chapter, a new phase, a new cycle. The cycle in which the direction that you're trying to lean towards with love and family and this feeling of this Four of Wands and being very happily fulfilled with love. So yeah, I would definitely say just when it comes to making that decision, make that decision with love, okay? Yeah, which I feel like you'll do anyways, pile number 2. This heaviness, like I feel the need to say, okay, so the most recent time that I experienced being pulled in by this heaviness, I was struggling very badly with it. And me and my daughter were going to go get fries. And then I was just like lost in my thoughts, and she was like trying to have a conversation with me. And then I looked over to her and I apologized and I was just like very honest. I was just like, I'm struggling right now and I don't know why I make it so difficult, but I'm really trying to shift this. And that's why I've been a little less like, you know, in my head a lot. And I'm sorry. I just wish that I felt good enough, or I said something like that. And she turns to me and she goes, Mommy, but you are good enough. She's like, you deserve the world. And oh my gosh, like I teared up so badly because I was just like, she said it with such conviction. And I was just like, I wish I could speak to myself that way. And the way that she said it with such clarity, you know, with such in me in my head, I'm allowing the darkness to take me in instead of shifting it to how she said it to me. And she shifted my energy immediately. So maybe the reason I'm needing to say that to you is like connecting with your inner child, or connecting if you do have a child. I feel like I do like exercises sometimes where I have difficulty like accepting parts of myself, and then I try to like perceive it as like if it were my daughter and she were to come with me with these things that I'm unaccepting in myself, and how much love and compassion I would offer to her. And then I think of it as myself all of a sudden. I think of her as myself. So the way I could very easily in a split second offer my daughter any amount of compassion and understanding and love and nurturing that she needs. But I find it very difficult to offer that to myself sometimes. And I feel like you might resonate with that pile number 2. If not, then just leave it. But if you do resonate with that, I suggest those things. I feel like those are the things that have helped me shift out of that dark polarity energy and pull myself back up into this beautiful, vibrant, loving energy that is my pure energy. So yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 2. If this did resonate with you, then I ask that you subscribe if you haven't already, and like, comment if you feel comfortable doing so. I was looking for a card deck so I can get you an advice really quick. Oh, and then I dropped a thingy. Just to add. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Yeah, you already know this. You already know this. So this is what it's saying is the same compassion and love and energy that you're willing to offer to others. I feel like you really need to connect with yourself in that way, especially in these times of being pulled into polarity, okay? Because it feels like there's a shift about to happen, okay? That's leading you in the right direction. The fact that you have the love and discover your life purpose, and both of these are emphasis on not having the love, and then all of a sudden there she is in the real physical with her lover, okay? So keep working on that self-worth, and remember, like my Haley told me, you are good enough and you deserve the world. My pal number 2. Until we vibe again, loves. Hi, pal number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this tiger's eye, then you're at the right place. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall energy. So card number 18, say what you mean. In regards to messages about self-worth, what this is giving me as far as say what you mean is feeling like you're not valued in how you express yourself, or sort of feeling like unable to express yourself. It's giving me like sort of timid, or sort of feeling, it just feels like when you are experiencing certain things, you have the inability, or you choose, not the inability, that you choose. Okay. Sorry. Like, if something that you were about to say could potentially upset somebody or create like this awkward situation, you'd rather not. Just for the sake of not having to do that or experience that. But at the same time, in doing so, there's a lot of things that people have gotten away with that it shouldn't be. It almost feels like you're allowing people or situations to kind of run off on their own without you having any control of it, or without you having any input in the way things go. And so because of that, it weakens your sense of value in your worth, because you feel like your feelings or your opinions of the situations don't matter. Or maybe people have made you feel, or situations have made you feel like you have expressed yourself and tried to speak up, right? Tried to say that this and that is not okay, that this is how you feel about this, or this is how you would like that, whatever that is for you, right? And that was not taken seriously, or it made little to no effect, or maybe even caused or had a bad effect in you expressing yourself in that way, that really just taught you that it's better to just not speak up. Because that's the strong message I'm getting from this, is having grown accustomed to just not saying anything. It almost feels like, what's the point? If that resonates with you, pile number 3, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's go ahead and see what other cards you have. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointment. This is card 29. We have card 48. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. We have Mintakan. I said that finally. Longing for home. Belonging. The original light workers. Maybe there's some sensitivity in you that's part of it. And I can relate to that part in being sensitive. Like when you sort of feel like you speaking up, or you asking for something, or you, bringing something to somebody's attention is going to cause them to like direct frustrating energy at you or whatever. Like, that's just like, no, that's too much to take. You're just like, no, thank you. I'd rather not do that. I'm just not gonna deal with that. I can relate to that. In this makes me feel like you're super sensitive, you know, like, well, I can't deal with people who are like that, you know, like in bad vibes, shooting bad energy all over the place, and I've not even done anything to them. Yeah, that's what this feels like. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. We have card number 10, storm warning. Okay, something's going on. Birds of a feather, card 25. Strength. The challenge will make will make you stronger. I don't think I've ever seen this card. You will get through the other side. Look for gifts in this situation. And then we have Goddess of the Moon, card 52. What is going on? Okay. I'm gonna pause and sit with this. Actually, let me pull like 3 tarot real quick first. Oh, that was fast. Okay. We have card 20, Judgment, card 17, Star, and card 7, Chariot. Okay. that makes this much more interesting. All right, I'm going to pause now. Okay, I'm just gonna go. This feels really fucking crazy. Pile number 3. So really intense vibes going on here. And for some of you, I feel like this is in regards to family, but this could be friends too. This could be at work, but heavy in the family vibes with birds of a feather. Usually this just gives me like friends and celebration. It's like kind of like 3 of Cups type of vibe, but this time it's giving me like this is family. Or like people who are like very close to your environment, like day to day, like this is your crew, you know? But there's been like challenge. There's been challenge in, and it feels like they mean a lot to you. But there's been some sort of, I don't know. With the Goddess of the Moon and the Strength card right here, that is telling me that there's like some underlying energies there. And then with this, the Strength card, this has a lot of darkness in it. So it feels like for me, like a lot of, like I just see like a battle, right? So the swords clinging and stuff could be a lot of like chaotic, maybe arguments. Friction could just be like sharp, using sharp tones, just, you know, like in energy in general, but very high tension vibes. It feels like you've been sort of having to put walls up, and I don't know, there's like something, there's something that you are either in chaos with these energies. I'm just gonna say energies because I don't know what it is. Whatever chaos or friction or tension is being built up there is, it's causing you to create, or maybe you creating something new, something is a dream of yours, something that you're trying to manifest over here. But then with the card 10, there is some, maybe it's making it more difficult, maybe it's creating delay, or maybe it's a compilation of multiple things that are starting to stack up on top of an already very tense, irritable situation. Then all of a sudden there's other stuff brewing. There's forgiveness in there. And the card 29, forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. So this could be like a long-standing situation. Maybe that's a situation that you're not able to speak up on because there's no point. Maybe it's just going to start an argument. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Like there's been, or maybe it's just going to create more tension, and so there's no need. But at the same time, it's creating this like huge disconnect in your energy. With the longing for home and belonging, there's just like these energies are supposed to be, but they're not. But they're there. They're very active in your energy, so there's no ignoring it either. You know what I mean? And then the 20 with the Judgment. Like the Judgment was getting a new take on that as far as like the resurrection. Like with the Judgment, it's like they who were cast into this boiling pot of pit, persecuted, right? They were persecuted for choices, for actions, for decisions, or for where your loyalties laid. You were persecuted, but you will rise in the resurrection. Like getting your justice, right? Getting your justice in the situation where I feel for a long time there's been like, demonstrate love. I know what's important to those that you love and act on it. I'm trying to figure out what this energy is. like if I dig deeper into it, it almost feels like bullying almost, like these energies of sort of making you feel like nothing you do is good enough, and it's just like you're already like through the ringer in handling a bunch of shit with the strength and the storm warning. You're already chaotic, and then the fact that there's no like appreciation where appreciation is due, it almost feels like that taken for granted, not valued, not worthy. There we go. That's where it connects to the reading. I completely forgot that this was about messages about self-worth. So not feeling worthy because you're over here handling shit in order, like for these energies. It almost feels like you're over here, like, remember in that war I saw like swords and clinging and stuff, like you're in there battling, you're doing the damn thing almost for approval from the situation. It's always like seeking approval from the situation, these energies, but there never is. It's like it's never enough, and that's created like this, like, yeah, like you've had enough, it's time to change the situation up. And I feel like that's what's going on over here. It's time to change the situation up, and we have the dreams, need a practical plan. This just feels like need more groundedness with the storm and seeing like the battles going on. Yeah, there's a need for groundedness. I feel like all the seeds are already planted for whatever it is that you're trying to create different, and I feel like you want to go. You want things to change fast, but it's not an easy task. It says this challenge will make you stronger. You're finding yourself in challenge. That's what I say. Maybe it's like a compilation of things. Like it was just this one challenge, which was bad enough already, but then like other things are starting to pile onto it. It almost feels like, yeah, you've lost it. It created a whole tornado, and it became a life force of its own. And it's just out there causing all sorts of destruction in your life, in your energy, in your everyday. So the strong guidance in regards to grounding yourself, pile number 3. I feel like these changes that you are trying to manifest for yourself, this is like almost now it's giving me like about to like burst. Like you refuse to take this anymore at all, and it's time that you go from just allowing yourself to feel this way, like you're not worthy, even though you've been putting yourself through the pit, in that pit, the fire pit, whatever it's called, the bowl. I know it's not called the bowl. I should know, but yeah, that's all I'm getting right now. Anyways, yeah, you're ready to rise from this. Like, yeah, you've had enough. You're fully burned. You're cooked. You're resurrected. It's time to. I'm going to get you one more. What's coming for you? What to expect? 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely moving away. So wherever it is that you're dreaming of, you're just like, all right, guide me. It almost feels like, you remember in those, I don't know if you remember, but those Tom and Jerry cartoons, or the episodes where like the smell of food or whatever, and then they would just like start flying and their noses were guiding them. That's what this feels like, but instead of the scent of food, it's like your dreams, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself, which feels hidden. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of energy you're directing it, but it just feels like some quick change, significant change. Yeah, that's what's guiding you right now. You're like this. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked down the whole thing. This is you on the boat headed towards your dream. And fast, actually, you're on the chariot, not on a boat. My bad. Like that. I'm so dumb. That's what I got for you, pile number 3. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If this does resonate with you, let me know if you feel comfortable doing so in the comments. Like, also, all those things help my channel and help me grow. I appreciate those of you who do that for me already. It's like I'm receiving your little rainbow hearts rainbows, unicorns, hearts, all the cute little things. What was I gonna say? Personal readings. I'm open for those. If you're interested, description box has my email. Yeah, let's do it. That's it with 𝐿 loves. Hi, pile number 4. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Black Obsidian, then you're at the right place. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall message. We got card 21 with healing. Every time I see this card, excuse me, it always feels like she's in the midst of like a breakdown. Like she's in the midst of being in chaos and pain, emotional suffering, and yeah, it feels very like urgent. It feels like a sense of urgency to find some relief from what it is, or what sadness, or what pain, or what suffering is currently taking place. It always feels very intense, and it doesn't surprise me because you did choose the Obsidian crystal, which is like indication of protection to oneself, because in this case, like there's been a lot of like wounds that you've gathered throughout your experiences. It almost feels like people have been deliberately like mean and awful to you in how you've experienced certain situations in life. It feels very unfair, and naturally this would lead anybody to feel a sense of lack of worth. Alright, sorry about that. I got interrupted. But if that does resonate with you, pile number 4, then this is going to be your reading. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your other oracle cards. We have slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Card number 9. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. You're needing to shift something up. Card number 23 with all tied up. Confidence is your key to success with new moon in Leo. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Yeah, there's a strong sense of wounded confidence here. We have roots of abundance, card number 2. The card of action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. There's that indication. And I was about to say that you probably are having difficulty in moving forward with confidence, because all tied up here is like you're holding yourself back from something but it's your wounded sense of self-worth that isn't allowing you to move forward in feeling like you're worthy of it. It feels like it's something that's very important to you, and therefore maybe that's what's causing that sense of urgency. And then we have healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. This also came out, if I'm not mistaken, in pile number 1. In case you were sort of inclined to that pile, there might be messages for you there. So what do I got for you? With roots of abundance here, this is giving me 2 things. Or it could be actually everything, because the tree of life, right? So strong inclination for you, a focus in your energy about creating something very stable. Except that you don't feel like you have something stable at the time. So it's just like trying to put yourself in a place of manifesting it by feeling stable and feeling like deep roots planted, you know. It's just like, if this is in regards to career, like not feeling like you've built enough for yourself to have enough confidence in taking some sort of action in regards to maybe like business dealings or purchases or something like that. If this is in regards to relationships, like not having built enough trust, as far as like every time you are met with a situation and you're able to get through it, that's like the roots getting deeper, There's no sense of like strong foundation in something that's very heavy in your energy. So take that however it resonates, because I do feel a little mixed on what that might be for you. With the slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold, I feel like you've been burning the candle at blah blah blah. I knew I wasn't going to get that right. You've been burning the candle by both ends of the wick. Is that a thing? I know there's a saying that has something like that. But in other words, you've been like working yourself. You've been pushing yourself. And maybe again, I keep on being drawn to this like sense of like urgency and feeling like very distraught. It almost feels like you've been overworking, putting energy, but then at the same time you don't see, or you don't feel the capacity to move forward in something, or you don't see the opportunity presenting itself to move forward on something. And it all goes down to this healing card 21, healer right here. There's a strong emphasis on needing to heal certain things, and maybe you're trying to jump a step. Like take action before actually tending to a certain healing that needs to occur before action is taken. And maybe that's what's getting you feeling like exhausting. You're exhausting your energy at all costs because you're trying to take action. It's almost like both of these energies together. It's like pushing on the gas and pushing on the brake at the same time. That's exhausting, okay? You're being pulled back. You're being pulled back because there's something that you're wanting to skip. Do something to change your energy. I would say approach healing from a light-hearted perspective. If there's there's a reason why you're trying to skip the healing part, and I don't know why. But strong emphasis on needing to tend to that. It says you have powerful healing gifts. So this is you healing yourself. This is not necessarily like needing any outside resources for that. This is just about you connecting with you. Pause and allow things to unfold. Tending to whatever is causing this feeling, you know, like tending to that within yourself. What is creating these feelings? Why do you have this sense of urgency? Why are you denying yourself the healing that you deserve, that you are worthy of? It almost feels like you have a lot going on, and also with the dance with life and the action card here, like a lot of movement. Maybe you have a lot going on just in your regular day-to-day, like, and on top of that, maybe that's the part where it's just like this healing never got tended to because you're just on the move, on the go, the need to slow things down in order to really ground yourself and be able to accomplish that, okay? There's this lack of confidence that's holding you back, and obviously that comes with the lack of feeling of self-worth, but it also comes with this lack of feeling of really like strong foundation. When you feel unstable in what you have in your life, and that can naturally create this feeling within you of It just feels like imbalance, okay? For lack of a better word, you don't have a firm step. I don't know, whatever that means. But yeah, that's what I got for you. I feel like there's something missing. Oh, two of them want to come. Mountains, stand your ground. So that would, again, confirm with the grounding. Yeah, like really grounding your energy. So it feels like this need to stop. This need to slow down. Because grounding energy, roots do not grow overnight. And roots stop you in your tracks, right? You can't move once you've planted some deep roots. And I feel like that is the guidance I can offer you. As far as the healing goes, you can take it from there. But I feel like the guidance that I can offer you is to really get firm with your groundedness, and there is a need to slow down in some way and focus on your energy. We have White Witch also with the Be the Light. That's again emphasis on this healing. Like you definitely have it in your energy to heal. That's 3 times that I'm getting that for you. But yeah, so guidance to really put yourself in a place of groundedness. So the easiest way is obviously getting out into nature. It takes away all the static. Sit in nature, listen to nature, watch nature, smell nature. Hopefully this smells good. Feel it, all of it. Just really embrace it, really be in the moment, really like shut everything out. And when you put yourself in that place, I feel like the guidance will come from there as far as what you need to do to heal that, which is creating this pushing your foot on the gas and on the brake at the same time, which is really just gonna mess up your transmission. Whatever. I don't know why I said that, but hopefully it wasn't really stupid. Anyways, Pal 4, that's what I got for you. So I really hope that this resonated and I was able to give you something that helped you in some way. If I was able to, could you please do me a favor and reciprocate the energy by clicking on that subscribe button if you haven't already, as well as liking and commenting, all of those awesome things that really help with the YouTube algorithm to get those messages out and also to help me grow. So until we vibe again, loves.